Hey folks, Greg Koch here, Guitar Center out in California. I'm here with my new signature Fishman Fluence Gristle tone pickups for Telecaster. And I gotta tell you, I couldn't be more happy with the way these turned out. I love Telecasters. One drawback, they make a lot of noise. You know, if you're on that bridge pickup and you're in a venue where the wiring is funky, there is no escape from that 60-cycle hum. You're trying to find the right direction. And then finally you find that one position where you're not making any noise, and then your butt's what's looking at the crowd. And unless yours is chiseled perfectly like my own, it's uncomfortable for the crowd and for yourselves. Anyway, so what's nice is to find a pickup that makes no noise, but actually sounds good. Usually these two things don't go together, ladies and gentlemen. Over the years, I've tried various different things, and some of them sounded very good, provided that you don't play them next to your regular single coil pickup. These are the first pickups that I can honestly say they sound unbelievable and they are noiseless. So we talked a little bit earlier in another video. There's plenty of information online about the Fluence core, of what they're made out of. Stacked circuit boards that the circuit is actually printed on, that is surrounding magnets. That technology allows you to have multiple voices. So in the case of my Tele pickups, there's two voices that we go between. One that sounds like an early 60s Tele, or a white guard Tele, late 50s, early 60s, and another one that sounds like a black guard Tele, a little bit more gain, a little bit more mid-punch, if you will. A throat mid-punch. That sounds violent, and I want to apologize for that. But the point is that in the heat of battle, you're on that bridge pickup, you're rocking like a pagan warlord of the night, you want the thing to just push this party over to the other side. You know what I'm saying? You want to shapeshift. You press this button, next thing you know, you don't even recognize yourself anymore. You're some kind of creature of the ether. Creature of the ether. Can we patent that? Sorry, let's just reel it in here for a minute, okay? So, first of all, if you'll notice something about these pickups, they look like regular Telecaster pickups. That's not to denigrate other people that have done a great job making pickups that don't look like this. But I like to, when I look at a Telecaster and I see that, I get all warm and fuzzy. You know what I'm saying? I go, it reminds me of the Telecaster of my youth when I had hair. And that's a good time, when you have hair. Anyway, so these pickups look like regular single coils. They also come with this control panel, because in order to do everything that we need to do, in order to keep them quiet, to switch the sounds, to do everything we need, to power them, because they are powered, don't lose your hat. If you did, you'd see my skull. There is a lithium-ion battery in here. As I said, the way to keep it quiet is in here. The way to switch the sounds is in here. This push button going between that white guard Tele sound and black guard Tele sound is in there. And then this input jack right here, folks, has the 1/4-inch input or output, depending on what part of town you're from. And right next to it, there's a mini USB in, which allows you to plug in a mini USB charger. For an 1.5-hour charge, you get 300 hours of playing time, okay? That's playing time. That's not just time, like 300 hours from the time. Plugged in time, ladies and gentlemen. You got a gig that lasts longer than 300 hours, I encourage you to talk to your representation, because that's just pestilential. You know what I'm saying? That ain't right. So let's get to the functionality of these pickups. First of all, everything I like about Tele is to be able to do, or your volume slurs. All that stuff works great, but I wanted to make sure also that the tone control would work. Because I like to do that. If you have cats, you can communicate with them at this point. Anyway, you get the idea. So all that kind of Tele functionality I wanted to have happen. So that's one of the reasons why we went to the push control. So here's the bridge pickup. If I press this button, So here's the one sound. Press the button. And I'm not even kicking the pedal yet. If I kick the pedal to get a little distortion. I mean, it sounds savage. Savage is the word I'm looking for. So that's the bridge pickup. Those are the two different voices you get. You get the sound of a glorious 50s Telecaster in the pushed in position. You get the sound of a glorious late 50s, early 60s sound with it out. Now, of course, with a Telecaster, you want to make sure that that neck pickup sound is right. And the neck pickup on a Telecaster is different from a Strat. It's got a little bit more give to it. It's a little squishier. A little mellower in its attack. So sounds glorious. Now if I press that button in, here's with it out. Here's with it in. Add a little heat. It sounds majestic and no noise. Now, we got the bridge pickup sus. We got the neck pickup sus. It sounds great in between the two. I think it'll be going along. Old school channel switching, just flipping the pickup. Oh. Sorry, I had to make sure my chickens were in order. What? But let's hear that middle position, because a lot of times the middle position on a Tele, well, it's got to sound right, and we made sure it sounds glorious. So check this out. Middle position. get the idea. Every tele sound of doom is in here, but it's noise free. And you get a little bit of a boost as well. To me, this is a game changer, ladies and gentlemen, because I've often extolled on the fact that the Telecaster really is the ultimate tone machine. It's a great, everyone's like, oh, it's a country guitar. Well, the first Led Zeppelin record was mostly a Telecaster, ladies and gentlemen. James Gang, Telecaster. Mike Bloomfield, Telecaster. Albert Collins, Telecaster. It goes on and on and on. Of course, Roy Buchanan and Danny Gatton, all the great tele manipulators over the years. The only drawback is that if you're in a situation you can't escape the 60 cycle hum, it's a drag. So this is a situation where you take the ultimate instrument, basic 3 sounds, now you have 6 sounds, and they're noise free. So another thing I like about Telecasters is that at the end of time, after the zombie apocalypse or any kind of nuclear holocaust, there will be cockroaches and there will be Telecasters, ladies and gentlemen, and they will be in tune. That's the thing. You go on a trip with a Telecaster, you treat it like a farm animal. If you're into, that's probably, weird to say. But a lot of times I go on long trips, I come back, the thing has been in the overhead on a transatlantic flight, I get home, I take it out of the case, pling, it's in tune. Now you got a pickup that works in concert with the Telecaster to make it the greatest instrument. And also, folks, let us not forget with all the Fluence pickups, including these Gristle tone pickups, that when you turn down the volume control, you don't lose any highs. Something I've always modified my guitars to do. You think every guitar would have it, but it's a thing, ladies and gentlemen. You gotta put it in yourself, or in the case of these pickups, it's already done for you. So I can have the volume full up. Turn the volume down a little bit. The sparkle is always there. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to encourage you to go into your local guitar center. Hold your head up high, maybe sport one of these lids and say, I'm interested in the new Fishman Fluence Gristle tone Greg Koch signature pickups for a Telecaster. Or you can go on guitarcenter.com and write it. Hey fellas, I need me some of those Gristle tone pickups. Anyways, make it happen today. Thank you very much, folks. Greg Koch, out.